A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Elijah Geshoro. I'm coming to you live from my own communication center. And in case you're new, welcome very much to my channel. Kindly subscribe, press that subscribe button. Like I said, this is the greatest YouTuber in the Republic of Kenya, and the E in my name represent for exactly what you need. Now, Weston Hotel, a hotel affiliated to the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, has hit the headlines once again. The Weston Hotel had been fodder for the media for a very long time after it was alleged that they attempted to grab the Langata Primary School playground. These are claims that the president, then Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, vehemently refuted and said that the owner of Langata land is in court and the title is in court, and those are two different parcels of land. Now, for those who don't know, Weston Hotel is located in Langata and in very, very close proximity to the Langata Road Primary School, and there are so many rumors and allegations going on in the media, including that the land formerly belonged to government, the KCAA, that is the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, and so many other claims. Now, in a media interview in the 8 years ago, the deputy president then, who is the president now, claimed ownership of the hotel.
I have interest in Weston Hotel.
You have interest in Weston Hotel?
Weston Hotel is completely different from Langata Road Primary School. Each one has its own title. The title for Langata Road Primary School is in court. The owner of Langata Road Primary School is in court, still claiming ownership of the school, my friend.
Right.
And you see, it is not being reported because those who are chasing it found out that it had nothing to do with William Ruto.
Right.
Let me take you to MTRH.
Right. Sorry, if we can. So these are clips of Weston Hotel. I think this was a while back. You were there when the construction. But you've said today that you have an interest in Weston Hotel.
Correct.
That means you own part of Weston Hotel?
I own shares in Weston Hotel.
You own shares in Weston Hotel.
Yes.
But you're saying this was not coming from Weston Hotel, because the information we had was that trying to grab this land, Langata Primary School, was to create a parking lot for Weston
Where
Hotel.
does that come from? Has the owner of the plot told you that he was selling it to Weston Hotel? The owner is in court claiming ownership of the plot. He's not saying he's claiming ownership on behalf of Weston Hotel.
Right.
And he said that indeed he has shares, he has interest in the Weston Hotel. Now, the reason why Weston Hotel has come out to trend today is for the sole purpose of the fact that there is a government function that has been held at Weston Hotel today. So I want us to look at the Communication Authority of Kenya, CA, was today in Weston Hotel, and they were launching what we call a hackathon boot camp. Okay, the launch of the boot camp series. They say, brace yourselves for an immersive experience where brilliant minds come together to create and shape the future of technology. Now, here's the issue now. The Communication Authority of Kenya is a government agency, is a government authority, and its role is to regulate communication in Kenya, give broadcasting licenses, regulate broadcast in Kenya, and anything that goes into the airwaves of Kenya. And being a government agency, they held their boot camp or their launch at Weston Hotel. Get this, Weston Hotel. Weston Hotel is a private hotel. It is a private hotel with its affiliation being the President of the Republic of Kenya, who is the Commander-in-Chief. So that's where the issue comes in, that according to netizens, they are saying that's a breach of the law of conflict of interest. Okay? And that is what has brought a lot of fire online, a lot of people talking, that now this one has indicted the president, or has made the president in breach of conflict of interest. According to OECD, a conflict of interest is between officials of persons or personnel of interest in which they could gain either financially or in another ways, and their duty as civil servant, and it is to be avoided as reasonably as possible. So a conflict of interest exists whereby somebody has the power to influence. For example, if you are a public servant, you're a civil servant, you cannot apply for government tenders. Why? Because you are conflicted in interest. You might influence the decision of the panel of people issuing the tenders to favor you because you're a public servant. And that is what has happened in Kenya before, whereby public servants have private businesses, they have companies, they have hotels, they have invested in so many, and there is no law prohibiting public servants from doing private business. The problem only comes in whereby you trade directly with the government. And that's the problem, doing business with the government while inside government. That is the problem, because you're going to influence your decisions. You're going to influence maybe the issuance of a tender. You're going to influence payments. You're going to influence many things that somebody else who doesn't have, is not conflicted in the interest, is not going to be able to achieve. So that is what has happened, and that is what has made netizens to go online to talk and say, this is what we were all talking about before the elections. Yeah, so the opposition will find a very, very, very fertile ground to attack the government on the basis of conflict of interest. And people will be like, this is what we warned you before the elections. This is what we saw. This is exactly what we meant when we said you should vote for the other side and not for the Kenya Kwanza government regime. Because now, being a property of the president, and there are government conferences going on, and they are going to pay for these conferences, so it is something that has got Kenyans talking. And I don't know about you guys, what do you think about this whole issue of people in government trading in government? This is not the first time. We've seen people who own manufacturing plants, people who give services, directly trade with government, where they are senior government officials, meaning they can influence the decision of maybe a government agency. And taking this hotel, I have seen a Twitter follower saying that Weston Hotel has now replaced KICC as the convention center, and we should look for a new name for the convention center. For Weston Hotel, now that it has taken over the convention center. So these are the kinds of sentiments and reactions that we are going to see in the going forward. And this is just a beginning. And I don't know if this was by design or was by commission or omission. You might not really tell. Was it that the CA was not aware? You might find a situation whereby the communication authority was not even aware when they were planning for this kind of boot camp. The second thing is, this boot camp actually is in conjunction with Huawei. So this is another scenario. Maybe Huawei are the people who are providing the conference services, or they are sponsoring the event, so to speak. So maybe Huawei booked the venue in total disregard of whether it is owned by the president or not. Maybe they just found a good venue to host the conference, and they opted for Weston Hotel for reasons best known to themselves. And therefore, going by the fact that they have already paid, and the government agency is now coming here to also be part of the event, then it's possible that they could not have seen that coming. They could not have seen the issue about conflict of interest coming. So those are the possible scenarios. And maybe the other explanation is, maybe Weston Hotel gave the hotel for free, gave the conference facility for free. And if you're given for free, you can't deny based on the fact that there is conflict of interest. You can't say no, you'll deny it because it's given for free. You'll just use the facility. and therefore it is high time Kenyans not judge this issue. But the communication authority should come clean now that they have already seen the allegations online. In fact, Weston Hotel is trending on Twitter. They should come out clean and say, okay, is this what the kind of publicity you wanted to create? Is this the kind of publicity that we wanted to create? Did they do it intentionally to gain attention, or what is the issue? So yeah, but Kenyans are quick to note. Kenyans are very quick to note small details, and they have attention to details. I'm sure most of these people never thought it is going to come. I strongly believe that there is really no intimidation or threats to hold the conference anyway. We've seen government conferences be held in Naivasha, in every other place in this country. So I really don't want to believe that this is actually a forced decision or something like that. But guys, let us wait and see. Let us wait and see if there is any clarification that is going forward. But I can tell you for a fact, this is fodder for the opposition. This is something they have been waiting for, and it's something that they will use against. It is something that they will use for a very long time to criticize the government, to fight the government, and really to throw stones at the government and do things that are really not right. Okay, and in case this is actually a conflict of interest case, then it is something that is not very pleasant, because the constitution is very clear. We should not have conflict of interest while doing government dealings and things like that, and therefore, if indeed it's a conflict of interest, which I tend to believe it's not, I think it's something that is not right and should be avoided at all costs possible. Okay? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the issue. That is why Weston Hotel is trending. And yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, and share, so that we can create a very large community, and I'll continue keeping you posted in everything that is worth your time. This has been your guy, yours truly, Elijah Geshoro. Thank you.